So I needed a new video idea, and I have one now because it's uploaded already, but I wanted to draw a honkai style character in the art style of Reverse 1999, kind of like how I drew V-Flower in the art style of Genshin Impact. So, to be completely honest, I probably should have started with this one because I play honkai star rail a dastardly amount, like a shit ton, alright? It's like every single time, as soon as I get home, I play it, and honestly, at this point, I think I'm pretty good at it. I mean, not specifically the puzzles part, I'm a bit lacking in that department. Just looking at this footage is kind of sad, man. Okay, so, school started up again, so I'm probably going to upload a shit ton less. Wait, no, I shouldn't swear. I'm gonna swear a lot. I'm going to be posting a lot less than usual. I already didn't post that much, honestly, but, it's gonna get a bit less now since school starts. Why can't I speak English today? I swear my first language is, I swear my main language is English. What's going on with me? But, essentially, I am, school sucks and I have a lot of work, so, I might be posting, less than usual, but I will still be trying to make, uploads as much as I can, but today's video is kind of like, I was able to post it, on a pretty good schedule, because I started it during summer vacation, and then I got back to it, like, maybe a few days ago? I forget. But yeah, so last video, I drew, V-Flower in the art style of Genshin Impact, so I wanted to do, like, Alright, I'm gonna try that again. I wanted to try a similar formula to that last video, and except this time I would be drawing in the art style of a game called Reverse 1999, and I would be drawing Dr. Ratio from Honkai Star Rail. I don't know why. They're very random choices, but they're choices nonetheless. So, because I don't want it to be like, I don't know, just a drawing video, once again, I'm going to start talking about random bullshit over it, but I still hope you enjoy that kind of stuff, so, if you do, then yippee! So, yeah. I finally actually made somewhat of a reference sheet. I don't know what it's called, I forgot the name that I called it last time, but I finally started doing an analysis on the artworks, and it was definitely more than last time, which I should be proud of, but it's still not a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Most of the art style stuff came from just, like, observing rather than writing it down, but a few things I observed that you might not be able to read on the screen because it's going a bit fast was, like, the kind of strong lighting and the kind of atmospheric perspective that was put on the hair, like, where you kind of add, like, this blue hue onto the back, or, like, in general to things that are further away, to make them seem like they're actually further away, and that's one of the only notes that are legible here, and then the rest of me is just giving up, but, that's kind of it. So, and then I went to the sketching. So I kind of forgot to record the first part of it, but I still managed to capture most of the sketch, so that's good. Cause, you know, with, like, recently I've been kind of, like, paranoid because, AI art and, like, speed paints have become a huge thing, and, a lot of the time people have said that the best way to, like, disprove of your, like, to prove your innocence or whatever is, like, through the sketch of your speed paint, so I'm always kind of, like, worried when I accidentally miss a part of the sketch, but, I mean, like, I shouldn't be that paranoid, so it's alright. But, I essentially just started with the sketch. I think I changed the pose a few times, and I was struggling immensely on the hands, but, because Reverse 1999 has more of, like, a painterly art style rather than Genshin Impact's. I believe I didn't do that strong of a line art. But okay, so this is the point in time where I suddenly run out of things to talk about my drawing, so I'll just talk about the game for a bit, or like both games. So Reverse 1999, I played it for a while, but then I don't play it as often as I do now. I mainly just play Honkai Star Rail. But my favorite character in Reverse 1999 is Medicine Pocket and X. I actually have no idea why, but it just kind of is. Speaking of that, like, I find it kind of hilarious that the one artwork that I have that actually kind of got, like, the most popular artwork that I happen to have is on Pinterest, and it's a shit post of Medicine Pocket and X. It's like I drew over the Good Pizza, Great Pizza game story thing where the guy's like, can you make me a pizza about the social inequalities or something like that? I forget, I'll put it on screen. But I thought it was really funny, so I drew X over it because, I don't know, he seems like an intellectual fellow. And because I knew at the time that Medicine Pocket and X, I'm pretty sure we're from the same laboratory place thingamajig, I forget the name, I just decided to make it an interaction between them, and for some reason that really popped off, and and I was really surprised when I saw it got reposted on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. Like, I don't know, that was just so cool to me. Like, I don't know, it was really cool because it was like I'm pretty sure that's the first time my art ever got reposted, and honestly, I have nothing against that. If you want to repost my art, go for it. Honestly, I don't care. I mean, as long as you don't claim it for your own, you know, like the typical stuff. But I'm all for, like, you know, sharing my artwork around, so I was actually really happy when I saw that. But back to the drawing. At this point in time, I started refining the sketch, and I'm pretty sure you can see that there. And let me think. I don't know, I used a pretty good reference for him, like, you know, just the general character reference sheet. But I still struggled a lot on the clothing, especially the gold thingies that he has on his arm. So that was fun. But I also struggled immensely on his book, because I never really paid that much attention to the book he holds, but when I looked at the reference photo, I went through an existential crisis. I went from, oh, he's holding a book, to, oh, he's holding a really big book, to, oh, what is he holding? Because the book looks like it only has one page in it, and the cover looks like it's metal. So, I mean, to be fair, if it was metal, it would make a lot of sense, because I don't think you can do that much damage to a person if you hit them with a normal book. I mean, you probably could, but metal probably works a lot better. Maybe that's why he does it. But it confused me like hell, so that was nice. But I think I finally got it done decently. But yeah, so since I talked about Reverse 1999, I guess I'll talk about Honkai Star Rail now. In that specific game, I'm level 67 or 68, I don't remember specifically. I'll show on screen my profile, so it'll confirm or deny. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can tell who I main already from the profile picture, but let me think. Looking back at it, I probably could have drawn Boot Hill in the Reverse 1999 art style, but I already drew him way too many times, and I'm pretty sure you can see that in the other artworks that are shown on screen in the Clip Studio, like, homepage section. It says a Boot Hill 4, implying that there are 3 other artworks, which is, I'm probably going to make a video on that later, which is the video I've been talking about the really big project recently. That's the video where I just draw Boot Hill over and over and over and over again, but with a catch. I just, like, watch kind of art videos on how to improve certain aspects of my art that I want to improve, and then I continue drawing him over and over and look at the differences. That's kind of insane. And as a recording, I'm on the fifth or sixth one, which I feel like is way too many times. There's something severely wrong with me. But anyways, speaking of speaking of honkai style, sorry, I had like my brain short-circuited there for a second. I have like 2 honkai style keychains on my bag, one of Kafka and one of Blade. I don't know, I thought it was really cool. And then I remember a few days ago when I was at school, I was in Spanish class, and one of my classmates, she like turns around, sees my bag, and she's like, "Oh, it's the goth girl from that one game, Honkai Star Rail." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And she's like talking about how her brother like avidly plays the game, and just he has like aventurine as his background. I don't know. I thought that was like a really funny thing to me, because I don't know, it's just like really fun to hear when other people know about the game you play. I don't know, there's just something like really satisfying about it, so I was actually kind of happy. But this is when I start the hair coloring, I guess, and I feel like after I finished the hair, I was like really proud of the drawing, because it definitely looked better once I added the hair color. But yeah. I actually was struggling on his hair shape for a while though, because I just couldn't understand it correctly. Like, I think I got it in the end though, but I'm not very sure. I also had to change my usual art style a bit. Of course I did, because you know, it's an art style thing. Of course I'm gonna change my art style, but I had to kind of like dull down the colors a bit, because I usually like a bit more saturated colors, but when I looked at like reverse 1999 character examples, they usually had like desaturated like skin shading tones, so I kind of just stuck with that. But let me think. What was I gonna say? I had something to say and I forgot. That's just typical of me. But if I'm gonna be for real right now, I like Dr. Ratio as a character. He's great and all, and I mean, it was very generous of Hoyoverse to give him as a free 5-star character during that anniversary. But I feel like if there was ever a case where he was in real life for whatever reason, I would get the ever living shit beat out of me, because I can't for the life of me do math. It's like actually really sad. So just to show you how bad I am at mathematics, it's like we have this at my school, we have this program with our math homework where it's like we have to do it online, right? And there was a bar of progress, and if you get the problem right, like completely, it turns green, and if you get it like semi-correctly, or you like, I don't know, you're in the middle of answering it but you have it wrong, it'll be like this really ugly yellow color, and it bothers me so much. And every single time I do that kind of assignment, the whole bar, like nearly the whole bar, is just filled with that pee piss yellow color. It's like the most dehydrated piss color I've ever seen in my life, and it disturbs me to my core. And it's like a burning reminder that I can't do math. So that's just great. But whatever, it's fine, cause one day I'll get good at math. It's just not today, nor is it gonna be for the rest of my life, probably. I'm an artist, not a mathematician. But anyways, the rest of my classes are going pretty smoothly. Not really, because there's so much homework, but it's whatever. I should stop talking about my homework on an art video. I sincerely apologize. But I mean, I also noticed just that for Dr. Ratio, like, I was going to draw the highlights like above the what's it called, eyelashes, but when I was looking at the artworks for Reverse 1999, I kind of noticed that some of them go like below, so for the sake of it, I just decided to do that as well. But honestly, I kind of regretted in the end making the sketch so messy, like the line art sketch that I used, because there was so much I had to go over and clean up, and it was very sad, and I was in pain. But it's whatever, because it's finished now, and that's a past me problem. God, I can't think of anything to say while because, like, I still don't have a script for any of my videos. I probably should, though. So, from now on, like, recently I've drawn again. I started drawing again, and I decided to actually go through with line art this time, so I feel like I might be going back to more of a line art kind of artwork. Maybe not, I'll see where it takes me, but, oh yeah, so the video just skipped, and I was too stupid to even notice this, but I, did some of the hair highlights, and I feel like that's one of the most important parts of the reverse 1999 art style is the hair. So I tried to do it justice, and I think I did pretty good. I don't usually do lighting like that in hair, but I thought it looked nice, so yeah. And also, I'm sorry if you saw how many layers I had on my artwork from that, because I have, like, art layer trust issues in which I will have a layer for literally everything I do. It's okay, I merged them all together in the end, though, so it's alright. But, let me think. So, like, I decided to draw him holding chalk, but I probably should have done the easy way out and did the thing that I'd always do when I was starting artworks, which would just be to, put the hand conveniently behind the back and make them look shy. But alas, I just heard something that sounded very close to my room. That's kind of unnerving. Whatever, it's nothing. Maybe it's just like Mephistopheles that's in my walls or something. But, oh darn it, I lost track. So now we're on the speed paint. I'm sorry for this rambling kind of session today. But that's the full speed paint. While it's running, what I was going to say, before I got interrupted, was that I would have done, like, the easy way out, but except for the fact that it probably wouldn't have looked aesthetically pleasing. And also, when I was in that phase of my artwork, I would only draw girls. It was the only thing I'd draw. And I feel like Dr. Ratio is not exactly the best example of a cutesy, wootsy, girly girl, pretty in pink princess. So I don't know, it didn't really work out. But I mean, in the end, I feel like the pose was honestly pretty good. I tried to make, like, it become a default pose for reverse 1999, because all the characters have some kind of default pose that they're in, so I thought I'd give him one too, and that was it. Honestly, I would have animated it if I was not a lazy bitch. Like, and also I don't know how to animate. I mean, I know the basics of it, but I can't separate the pieces and, like, do all that kind of stuff. It would have taken me 100 years, and the video would have been uploaded a year later. So that's great. But I feel like in the end, it was nice. I just need to learn how to render metal, because I know that I didn't do the gold justice, but it is what it is. Also, for some inexplicable reason, when I first saw Dr. Ratio, I thought of Julius Caesar, and I think it was because of the, like, laurel thing in his hair, or, like, the, it was probably because of the laurel in his hair. I have no idea why, and I kind of hate my brain for thinking that, but, that was honestly kind of crazy, and yeah, so I think I'm pretty much done with this art piece now. I actually got the background inspired off of the reverse 1999, like, character splash arts, kind of. And I noticed that they all have something, like, an item related to them falling from the sky or whatever. So I decided to make that for him too, but it was chalk, cause, you know why. I mean, unless you don't play Honkai Star Rail, in which case I'm very sorry. But honestly, I feel like I could have done a better job on the background, but it's whatever. I did go back to the details after I finished the background, so that it is what it is, and I'm finished, and that's a finished product. So honestly, I feel like I'm kind of running out of video games I play to copy the art style off of, but I do have other video ideas I'm going to be covering later on, including, wait, sorry, let me check my notes really quick, because I have a list of YouTube videos that I'm going to make, but I just forgot. Hold on.